Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. Today, I'm ranking and reviewing all of Paul McCartney's albums, including Wings. And today, I am reviewing... I don't have the album. I don't have it on CD. I'm reviewing and ranking Back to the Egg, which I've been playing on Spotify. I did have the CD a few years back, and I regret selling it. The reason I sold it was the archive edition was coming along, and I was buying a lot, not all of the box sets, but some of the box sets. And I was just excited for London Town and Back to the Egg to be part of the archive edition. So that's why I let go of the CD. It was a, older CD from the 90s, I believe. And of course, we're still waiting for those box sets. And I could get a used CD, but I usually get them on Amazon, and I don't want to pay $200+ for Back to the Egg. So my memories of the album, when it came out, I bought it. And I just thought overall, it was mediocre. I thought it was okay. I wasn't that excited about it. And through the years, I've grown to appreciate it more. It's never going to be one of my favorite Paul McCartney or Wings albums, but I think overall, it's a very good album. The only negative thing about it is, in this era of Paul McCartney, his lyrics weren't the greatest, and some of them didn't even make sense. Like, it always bugged me when he said "my salamander" and "getting closer." And just some of the songs, the lyrics are just, for me, they're gibberish. They're not. They don't make much sense sometimes. So Reception is just like an intro and like going through these different radio stations. I don't think it really works. Even the very first time I heard the album, I thought it was a little cheesy. And then we get into Getting Closer, which I've grown to really like. I think it's a really good rocker. The only thing is the lyrics could have used some work. But I especially love Near the End with Paul's vocals, and it really does rock. So it's a very good song. We're Open Tonight is a little ditty, acoustic ditty by Paul. And it's nice, but it's good, but it's not great. And that goes into a punky rockin' song called Spin It On, which, back then I was thinking it was a little forced. I've used that word before, but forced means doing a song but not really that into it. Trying to maybe appease fans or the critics of Paul. But through the years, I've grown to actually really like that. So it's a fun rocker with meaningless lyrics, of course, for me. Again and Again and Again by Denny Lane is awesome. Great song by Denny. He was such an important part of Wings. And that's a great song. I love his vocals. The one thing I want to mention about this album is the backing vocals. I miss Linda McCartney. She's not really heard very much throughout this album. So that's a bit disappointing, because I really love Linda's vocals. Old Siam Sir is another great rocker, except for the lyrics. It's pretty heavy, and great guitar work and bass and Paul's vocals, of course. Arrow Through Me is a classic. And it's got very good lyrics. Way to go, Paul. And then side 2, which is Over Easy. The original vinyl was Sunny Side Up for side 1 and Over Easy for side 2. So Rockestra theme is mainly an instrumental, and it features Pete Townsend, John Bonham on drums, and all kinds of different musicians. And I've grown to, it's not a great instrumental, but it's a really good instrumental. I've grown to really like it. I like the riff, and they're just having fun. And it's good, very good. Now, back in the day when I bought this album, I basically disliked I like side 1 overall, but side 2 I did not like. I hated To You, and I really thought After the Ball / Million Miles was once again more cheesy granny music by Paul, and the same with Winter Rose and Love Awake. And the lyrics, once again, I thought were pretty weak. But I have new thoughts on these songs. In the last, listening to it on Spotify once in a blue moon, the last few years, I've grown to really, really like To You and the other 2 songs, After the Ball, Million Miles, and Winter Rose, and especially Love Awake, which I think is a McCartney classic. So I really, really appreciate those songs today. I think they're great. The broadcast is sort of like the intro to the album. It's just filler for me. And then So Glad to See You Here. And you can actually hear Linda on this track. It might be my favorite song on the album. It rocks. Great vocals by Paul, and I don't mind the lyrics this time. And it ends with another Paul ditty, the 20s, 30s kind of songs he loves to do. Your Mother Should Know and Honey Pie. My Baby's Request, which is very nice. And, a song like that doesn't feel forced. It's something Paul loves to record, so it sounds more natural than some of the songs on this album. So overall, I think it's a very good album. I don't think it's great. And it definitely needs to be part of the archive edition along with London Town. I guess Paul supposedly doesn't have good memories of this album or London Town, or doesn't think they're that good, and he's wrong. The fans want London Town and Back to the Egg remastered or remixed. Overall, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, and it goes into last place at number 9. But like I said, I still think it's a very good album. It's Paul McCartney. And for those that think I'm rating these too high, I am a big fan of Paul McCartney. I'm not saying some of the albums coming out are going to get these kind of ratings. We'll see. But early Paul McCartney and later Paul McCartney, I love. I might have a little issue with some of the albums in the 80s, maybe the 90s. We'll see. And that is it. I would love your thoughts on Back to the Egg in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like the video. Goodbye.